Welcome back to Farm and Hammer, everyone. This is not going to be the normal happy farm videos that you normally see. And just like the title of this video said, yes, I did have the worst week of farming I've ever had. And pretty much all of that is due to the bottle calves, and I'll explain why here in a bit. So, as you guys know, I've been missing for the last week or two. And main reason, once again, I was gone for work. I'm feeding calves at 5 or 6 in the morning and getting back at 8 or 9 at night. So you guys have not seen all of these calves before. These two small ones, that one there, and there's one other one. I think it's the one laying down there. But you've not seen this entire pen. I got a couple new ones a couple weeks ago whenever I made my last video. But I have not gotten any new calves since. And that is mostly due to the absolute chaos I've had this week. But there's this pen. They are all on the Heatwave. The 4 younger ones are still trying to figure it out, but all the older ones are doing well. Then up next, we've got this pen. You can see there's quite a few less calves in here. These guys are all doing well. Also, they're slightly older than that group, but they're on the Heatwave. In this group, like I said, all doing well. 35 here, he does kind of worry me just because the other ones will drink milk till their bellies are really big. He'll just drink a little bit here and there. He still eats feed and drinks water, but he just doesn't drink milk like the other ones do. So I've got my eye on him. I'm not sure what's going on, but so far he acts okay. He just drinks a little less than the other calves. So anyway, that's this pen. You've seen all these calves. You guys may remember last video I pulled the calves that were in here and put them on the Heatwave. So that's the group you saw on the Heatwave. The calves in here now are the ones I had outside on the milk bar, and as you can see, they are still on the milk bar, and that is because I actually tried to put all of these guys on the Heatwave and they did not like it. So I had them on there for 2 days. I could not convince them to suck long enough or hard enough to get the milk to come through, because what they're used to is gravity fed milk where all they do is bite down. They don't really have to suck and the milk pours out. So I definitely kept them on the milk bar too long. And I think I pretty much ruined the calves. So I don't think they're ever going to be on the Heatwave. I think I'm going to have to keep them on the milk bar for the rest of their lives, just because they kind of forgot how to actually suck off of a normal bottle. So these guys are on the milk bar. I'm going to have to wean them out on the milk bar because, like I said, I had them on the Heatwave for 2 days, and some of them were getting real skinny just because they were not drinking. So but yeah, that's this group. I know you've seen these calves before. It's the white face group. So I would say this group is doing well, but I'll explain here in a bit. Then I've got my big outdoor pen. This is where a lot of my older calves are, although I do have a couple young ones out here. But they're on feed, they're doing well, they're still on the Heatwave. 34 there, he's one of the younger ones. And of course they got water, they get hay every day. And then this side of the barn is where they lounge around, take their naps, have a good time. And in this group I've got 4 or 5. They're actually 8 weeks old today, so they are ready to wean. It's just a matter of getting them weaned, and after I explain what happened the last week or two, I may not be weaning them like I expected. So now let's go to the group that I've weaned. That's actually the first group that I've weaned out of this batch, so we'll go look at them next. And here we've got all of the weaned calves. These guys and gals have been weaned for about a week now. They haven't had any milk, so they're out here in this little hay lot, and you can see like number 8 there, number 7, they're doing well. We got a couple more out there, but there is 8 in this group. I feed them grain right there twice a day, and they pretty much got grain all day. Number 1 and number 2 are the best looking. These are by far the biggest bottle calves I've ever weaned. I think it is partially due to being on Heatwave. They had unlimited access to milk. And then they also started eating feed really early. So a couple of factors, but I think it is because they had access to milk the whole time. So anyway, they've got their feed there. I give them some crabgrass hay here, which honestly, they've got so much hay they can pick on out there. They pretty much just pick off the side of the bale. They don't eat on this too much, but I give it to them just in case they want something new. But anyway, these guys are looking great. Like I said, biggest group of calves I've ever weaned. So really happy with them. So that's a general update on the bottle calves, kind of where everything has been moved and sort of what's going on with them. I'll explain all of the bad about the bottle calves here in a minute, but I'll start off by talking about something good. As you guys know, we've had a terrible year this year for farming just due to the drought. We got, I don't know, less than an inch of rain from June through August or September, and it was wicked hot. So we had almost no green grass, but all of that has pretty much changed in the last 2 weeks. So in the last 2 weeks, we've gotten over 6 inches of rain, which that came with a lot of temperature fluctuations as well. But we've got the beef calves, the spring beef calves that I showed last video that we weaned. They have all been preconditioned. They've been weaned for over 60 days. They're on grain, grass, and hay. They're actually going out tomorrow, whenever you're seeing this video. So they will be sold on Monday, and I'll be keeping back the 3 dairy cross calves, and I'll be finishing them out myself. But all the beef calves, they are going to be going out tomorrow. So really happy with them. We didn't lose any calves this year from weaning. We did have some start coughing, so there were a couple that did get treated. But for the most part, they weaned super easy. They got onto grain pretty quick, got adjusted to that, and now they're ready to go find a new home. But with all that rain and the temperature fluctuations, it has been really hard on the bottle calves. So in total, I purchased 65 bottle calves. You knew I lost the one in the first 2 weeks. So one of the original calves I got, it came with a naval infection. I never got him completely better. He was on treatment for a week and a half, and he just didn't make it. So that's the first one I lost. Then I had a good 2 months where no calves got sick, no calves were dying. Had a great 2 months. Then when things started to get bad, you guys may remember I brought in a calf from a new dairy. I actually brought in 3 or 4 of them. One was a hermaphrodite, had both male and female parts, and pretty quickly after that one started getting sick, it got lame, it couldn't walk. It was just showing all sorts of disease signs. So I pulled the rest of the calves, because she was in a group pen with other ones. I pulled the rest of the calves away from her, left her by herself. She ended up dying. And then I think that is where things really started going downhill. I think she was carrying some sort of disease that I've never dealt with, never seen in bottle calves. And I think it pretty much spread throughout my entire herd here. So on a normal year, I'll raise 40 bottle calves, or 45-ish. And I'll normally lose 1 or 2 out of 40. So obviously you shoot for losing 0, but occasionally you do lose 1 or 2. You are feeding babies. So, but this year I've purchased 65 bottle calves. I already lost 1, but I've lost 6 more since then, and all of those have died in the last week and a half. So whatever that original calf died from, whatever disease it was, it has gone wild. It's spread through all the groups of calves. Quite a few of them have gotten sick, and the ones that got sick died. For any of you that have raised bottle calves, you'll probably say, oh, it's with all the temperature fluctuations and rain, it's probably pneumonia, or you're probably thinking scours, and it was actually neither of those. I've dealt with pneumonia before. I've dealt with a lot of scours in bottle calves. But whatever this was, it was a deadly one. And I can't really speak in past tense because I did lose another one this morning. So I don't think it's over. This may just be the beginning, but I sure hope that was the last one. So normally with pneumonia, you'll start seeing them hang their ears down. They'll start coughing, they'll pull off milk, and they'll just look sick. Scours, same deal. They'll hang their ears, they'll get dehydrated. You'll see them scouring pretty bad. But whatever this disease is, they'll be drinking on the Heatwave aggressively at night. I'll come in the next morning and they are flopped over almost dead, and they're dead within an hour or 2. Whatever it is, it's killing them really quick within 24 hours. And yeah, I don't even know what to do. I've caught a couple that I treated with an antibiotic. I thought I caught it pretty early, whatever it is, and they were still dead the next day. I've always heard of some people having horror stories with groups of bottle calves where they get some disease in their barn and then it'll wipe out the whole herd. I've never dealt with anything like this. Like I said, I might lose 1 or 2 to bloat or scouring or maybe pneumonia, but I have never lost calves like this ever. So if any of you have any ideas, I don't have any sick right now. If I did, I would show you, because some of you may have dealt with this before, whatever it is. you might be able to give me some advice. But if I continue to lose some, I will probably have the vet out, see if he can figure anything out. Because if this continues, all these bottle calves may not make it. And I'm not just trying to be dramatic. This is, whatever disease this is, it is pretty scary. So now that you've heard that, that explains why I have not gotten any more bottle calves. Originally, I was hoping to raise 80 to 120, basically however many calves I could find. After this hit a week and a half or 2 weeks ago, I pretty much decided no new calves are coming on the place. But yeah, whatever this is, I don't want to expose any of our other beef cows or calves. So I'm trying to keep the beef herd completely away from the bottle calves, not bring any new bottle calves in, and I probably won't be getting any more bottle calves this whole season. I'd like to give this barn a rest, give all the barns and paddocks a rest, and then maybe by spring, if I think it's had enough time to dry out and clean out, I may consider getting more, but at this point it's not looking good. I don't think I will have calves in these barns for quite a while. So yeah, out of all my years of farming, this is by far the absolute worst week I have ever had. So that is the depressing update. Some other updates. Under this tarp, you can see I've got a whole lot more straw. I picked up another 25 bales. I think that will finish me out because since I'm not getting any more new ones, all these guys should be weaned by Christmas and out of here and out on pasture. Then this morning, I also picked up a lot of feed and milk replacer. So the feed here on the bottom is the feed for the calves that aren't weaned yet. The green bags, those are for the weaned calves. And then of course I've got my milk replacer here and salt blocks there in the back for the beef cows. But hopefully I'll still need all of the milk replacer. I ordered another 15 bags thinking I would need it. And now that calves are dying, I may not need it. So we'll see. So anyway guys, with that being said, I can't say hope you enjoyed this video because I know it was kind of depressing. But thank you all for watching and I will see you all next time.